Welcome, stranger. What can I get you? We have most things if you have the coin for it. Selection of ales, mead if you need to stretch a coin. Then we have some more specialty stuff like Fireball, Spirit Naga, or the Beholder's Eyes if you're looking for a challenge. Do I have any suggestions? Well, personally, I'm partial to a little Arabellan Dry. It's got a woodsy undertone with berry accents. A nice little refresher at the end of the day. Though you'll likely have to drink a decent amount of it if you're trying to lose yourself tonight like most people in here. So pick your poison. Not mine. Not like I know what your goal is tonight. That I can do. Just give me a moment. We definitely are busy. Evenings like this is when we get a lot of people filtering through here. Men tired after a long day's work and seeking a bit of reprieve. Then there's the travelers who want to sleep on a soft bed after weeks on the cold, hard ground. The warm food and drinks help too, I'm sure. Nah, I just handle the bar. The innkeeper Cadwin handles all of the people seeking rooms. And if you need one, then it would be best to talk to him before we get full. Then you'll be stuck to going someplace like the Drunken Duck Inn. And you didn't hear this from me? But apparently their rooms and patrons aren't as appealing as you would hope it would be. It's supposed to be cheap though, so maybe it's just that you get what you pay for. I'm not saying more than that. Not like I've ever been there. Just things I've overheard. People get chatty when their heads are full with mead. If you want to go find out if the rumors are true, then be my guest. If you stay the night, then you can come back and tell me if my worries were valid or if I'm just spreading around lies. You do that. Anyway, here you go. Enjoy. No problem. It's my job, after all. I'll get in trouble with the boss if I'm just not serving people their drinks. Unless they can't afford it, or if they're about to drink themselves into a grave. Can't have patrons dying on us, after all. At least not inside the inn. It's bad for business. I'm joking, but the statement is partially true. Though, if you're going to be lingering about, then I might as well introduce myself. The name's Ira. You? Nice to meet you. New faces are always fun. Gives me a chance to try and figure you out. Find out what you're all about. That's the fun part about the job. Getting to talk to all sorts of people. Of course, a majority of them live out lives just as mundane as mine, but once in a while you'll get some of those adventuring types. The sort that have survived the impossible and are more than willing to tell the tale. They pass through to stock up on supplies or get decent rest before returning to the trail. Tell me, you one of those sort? You have that similar look in your eye. The sort of confidence you can only find out there. At least that's what I call it. It's not something some self-confident yokel could have. It's the sort of confidence in one's abilities only found through very real success. Oh, no. I've never so much as left the city. I don't have that sort of faith in myself. Very much the city walls make me feel safe. Outside of them, I would bet I would die within a fortnight. Let's see. My only skills to speak of are serving drink. And I don't think that translates very well to any sort of survival skills. Hmm? Oh, hey. What can I get you, handsome? A shot of cherry fire? Sure. I can do that for you. Here you are. Enjoy. Let me know if you want another hit. I'll be here all night. What are you looking at me like that for? Mild flirting never hurt anyone. You agree, don't you? I mean, you can't be too much of a prude. You wandered in here, after all. Oh, don't play coy. You see the sort of people lingering about in here. Women of the night, perhaps some other variations if you're seeking a different sort of company. There's options. Far from the sort of place refined folk go for a moment of relaxation. What about me? Oh, you can flirt with me all you like, but that doesn't mean you're getting any drinks off your tab. People try, and they fail. It entertains me, though. Gives me something to talk about. Well, the type of attention I get is mainly divided into 3 distinct types. Firstly, you get the braggers. They talk themselves up for hours while I just sit there and nod. They think I'm going to swoon over them taking down a highwayman or fighting in some battle who knows where. Don't get me wrong, stories and tales of bravery are good and fun, but I can tell when people are telling me things for a specific reason. The reason usually being to get in my pants. The second type of attention I get is just drunken idiocy. Drink makes more than a few people run their mouths and say some fairly nasty things. Don't worry, they can run their mouths all they want. I can handle it. Though if they start to get too rowdy, then the cook High will go over here and straighten them out. A beast of a man he is. People are lucky his first love is food. If not, then who knows what he'd be doing. And the third type are the nervous, shy ones. Usually they slink off to a corner of the room and admire me from afar. They don't cause any trouble. Honestly, they're the best of the bunch. They can look at and sketch me in their little journals to their heart's delight. I could care less. Yeah, I really have given it some thought. I mean, what else is there to think about on slower nights and... Oh, wait a minute. What is it you want, gorgeous? Midnight Star? Ooh, good choice. I'll get that for you. And here we are. Hopefully, it pleases you. Well, I'm glad then. Would hate to ruin a beautiful lady's night with a piss-poor drink. All right. Enjoy. Oh, what about you? Eager for another round? Yeah? Great. I'll square that away. So, you staying in the city a while, or Are you just here for a couple of nights before hitting the trail again? Oh, staying a couple of weeks? Dang, longer than I thought. Ah, waiting for some others in your group to straighten out some loose ends and catch up with you. Well, I suppose there's worse places to stop for a while than here. Not like we're some little nothing village, at least. I'm sure you've seen your share of those. Any advice for you? What do you mean by that? Well, I'm far from a proper welcoming party, but I suppose I can be nice and let you in on a few things. Firstly, if you need to stock up on anything, you're going to want to go to the Broken Compass and not Aristocut. Aristocut is more flashy looking on the outside, but they're overpriced. Travelers fall for it all the time, though. Spend more than they really should when the same stuff is sold at the Broken Compass for a more reasonable price. Aside from that, don't order the skewers from anywhere here. We don't sell it for a reason. And you don't want to know the reason? But for your own sake, just listen to me. Oh, and in the town square, you're likely going to see this fool named Tavern. Don't pity him, no matter what he says. He plays on Traveler's Coin, and he's always finding new ways to part people from it. Heard rumors that he has friends helping him now, but I don't know how true that is, and I'm not interested in uncovering it myself. And that might be all I have off the top of my head. Not sure if that was the sort of advice you were looking for, but you're welcome. Do I know a guide in the city? I'm sorry, do cities usually have guides? I didn't realize that was a profession. Me? What makes you think that after a long night of work, I want to wake up bright and early just to spend my time showing a stranger around town? Oh, because of your charming personality? Really? Well, what do I get out of it aside from your charm? I mean, charm doesn't put food on my table. I mean, my company could be bought. No. I think I worded that badly now that I'm thinking about it. Ugh, you know what I mean. If having a guide is worthwhile to you, surely it would be worth it to spare a coin or two. It doesn't have to be anything too special, just something to sweeten the pot. You know, make it worth my time. Now we're talking. Deal. I'll see you here bright and early in the morning. Best not be late, or else I'll just think you didn't want to see me again after all. And then it'll be awkward when you come in for a drink again. Might force my hand, and I'll have to serve you the bad stuff no one actually wants, but orders because it's cheaper than dirt. Oh, I'll do it if I have to, so be good and get a good night's rest. Seriously, though, you likely want to check in with Cadwin soon. I'm not kidding when I say the rooms can fill up surprisingly fast. He's over there. Tall, blonde guy, writing in the journal. He'll get you set straight. Sure. I'll do you a solid and keep an eye on your drink. And if I lose it, then the next one's on me. If everything works out, you'll be spending more than just a couple of coin here anyway. Cadwin can deal with it. Now off with you. Get it all straightened out, and you can come back and regale me with your wondrous tales. Promise to bat my eyelashes and swoon for you. Everything. The whole lot.